Welcome back to Inside City Hall. Contract negotiations between the United Parcel Service and the workers' union, the Teamsters that is, broke down last week, less than a month before the contract is set to expire. Now, the Teamsters, which represents more than 340,000 delivery drivers and warehouse workers for UPS, says that the company made more than $100 billion last year and still pays its part-timers a starting rate of $15.15 an hour. The union is demanding pay raises for both part-time and full-time workers. A spokesperson for UPS says that the company is still at the negotiating table and that the Teamsters should continue negotiations. If a new contract is not ratified by the deadline of July 31st, however, it would be the first time that UPS workers went on strike since 1997. Joining me now to talk about the issues involved is Sean O'Brien. He's the general president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. Welcome to the show. Very good to see you.
Thank you, sir. How are you doing?
Very good. You're relatively new in the top slot. I know you got elected last year, but you are not new to the movement. I read that you are a fourth-generation Teamster.
Yes, sir. Fourth generation, 33-year proud Teamster member.
Well, if I understand the politics of your election is that you wanted the union to be a little bit more assertive, maybe a little bit more aggressive. This would, I guess, be the first test of that.
Well, we've had a couple of tests early on, but this is going to be definitely the biggest test. This is the largest collective bargaining agreement in any private sector union. So all eyes are upon us. And look, we've got an opportunity here to hold corporate America accountable and ensure that when these corporations are making record profits, that we negotiate the strongest contracts on behalf of the people that make them the success that they are.
Yeah, at a very basic level, without delving into the ins and outs of the negotiation, my understanding is that UPS exploded in its relevance, its reach, and its profitability during the pandemic, and that UPS workers, meaning your members, are delivering, a quarter of all the packages in the whole country. And I guess the basic proposition is that given that reality, as well as the national low unemployment rate, it's time for workers to maybe get a raise.
Well, you're 100% correct. Record profits during those times. And it wasn't just the drivers delivering the packages. There's an unsung hero that is within UPS that those packages don't get delivered unless they get unloaded and loaded onto those package car drivers. And those are the 100,000 part-timers that are well under $20 per hour. Just like, our drivers, they went to work during the pandemic when there were no protections, no vaccinations, to provide goods and services to this company, a company that, to your point, has made record earnings, has doubled bonuses for shareholders, up 50%, has also provided lucrative incentive stock options to higher executives at UPS. All the while, those folks never touched a package or never risked their life to provide the goods and services. Now it's time for UPS to reward these people that have made them a tremendous success.
Okay. And I saw that some of the things that you're asking for are new vehicles with air conditioning, which during the current heat wave makes a lot of sense. Ending the two-tier wage system, meaning, I guess, making sure that the part-timers are doing a lot better and not, for example, having to wait 9 months before they get their health benefits. Is that the idea there?
So we've made a lot of progress. We're 95% where we need to be as far as non-economics. And UPS chose to walk away because they said they didn't have any more. And that's when we were talking about the part-timers. The part-timers who, by the way, some live in subsidized housing, some are on meal plans through the government. I'd be embarrassed if I was UPS touting how generous they are to these folks. I mean, these folks make UPS the success that they are, and there's no reason why UPS shouldn't be the model employee, especially when it comes to rewarding the people that have provided and sacrificed for this company. Some lost their lives during COVID. And, some folks, single mothers and single dads, are working 2 and 3 jobs and utilizing UPS as a part-time avenue. They should be given opportunities to get full-time jobs. They should be given opportunities to lead a middle-class life. And look, we're going to be rallying all around the country until UPS comes back to the table and gives our members what they deserve.
Now, there are some issues here that in some ways go beyond the 4 corners of this contract, right? I mean, I've read that, it's conceivable that your ultimate goal is to set up the Teamsters to organize, other related industries like the Amazon warehouse workers. Is that part of the goal here?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, this is strictly not just about the Teamsters Union getting the best contract. It's about continuing to set the area standard within e-commerce delivery. We're looking to, number one, improve the lives of our Teamster members, also to organize Amazon workers, but also to improve the lives of every single person that is in this arena providing goods and services to this country. UPS has an opportunity and continue to have an opportunity to set the bar as high as possible, but nothing is given by UPS. We are working hard. We've worked hard for decades upon decades to secure the current conditions we have. We just want a piece of that large pie that UPS is, feasting on right now.
Okay, let me read you a statement from the company and get your response. They're saying, in part, the Teamsters have stopped negotiating despite historic proposals that build on our industry-leading pay. We have nearly a month left to negotiate. We have not walked away. The union has a responsibility to remain at the table. We're proud of what we've put forward in these negotiations. The Teamsters should return to the table to finalize this deal.
Well, I'll say this. That's fiction at best. UPS chose to leave negotiations July 5th at 4:15 a.m. We held all the negotiations in Washington, D.C. I'm currently in Washington, D.C., ready to go. If they're sincere about getting a deal, they need to pick up the phone and say, look, we're ready. We're ready to get a deal. We know what you want. We know what we need to do. Let's do the right thing by the 340,000 Teamsters.
I know you got a very large majority, I think like 97% on the strike authorization vote that you took with your members. Do you expect to go out on strike in August?
Look, that's up to UPS. If there is a strike and UPS wants to be responsible for, hurting the economy, hurting jobs, that's on them. They're going to choose whether they strike themselves or not. We know what we need. We've been transparent. We've been open and honest for a year about what we need to see change in this agreement. Look, for the last two contracts, UPS has gained major concessions. They know that we are not going to accept any concessionary contract, but most importantly, we are not going to accept a contract that's not in the best interest of our members or their families.
Okay, we're going to leave it right there and wish you the best of luck at the negotiating table on this contract and beyond. Thanks so much for spending some time with us.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, that's going to do it for tonight's show.